Salutations, dear viewers. You're on with Nexus of the Vast Nexus, and welcome to Broken Royale 3's Company. It is, incidentally, of course, also the third Broken Royale. Now, in deference to the fact that the whole point of a Broken Royale video is that essentially nothing happens for the first 15 minutes, I've chosen to sped it up. So if you were one of those people who lack the patience to watch my, longest Fortnite, you get a chance to see what Fortnite looks like at 4 times speed. Now, this was another victory out of nowhere. We came to Camp Cod in order to complete a challenge for ZKA. Namely, it was that absurd challenge last season at time of recording of fishing from the back of a pickup truck, a helicopter, and a boat in the same match. Now, given that the cars tend to spawn very inconsistently, he was quite fortunate that here at Camp Cod, where we could fetch a helicopter from the weather station and there's boats at the dock, he found a boat. Now, I was tempted not to even make this a Broken Royale video because Calamity Creeper managed to clinch the win in the end. Very important. And I don't want to depreciate the achievement made there. However, this video has all of the standard Broken Royale hallmarks. The fact that we spent most of the match not fighting, effectively doing nothing, which we're flying through at 4 times speed and not missing a whole lot. Now, some of you might be wondering, if you could have sped up all the Broken Royales like this, why just this one? Well, I wanted to get the point across about how much time elapses with nothing really happening. And the best way to do that is to force people to live it. Now, this is a trios match. And I'm not saying that from recollection. In fact, I don't actually recall. I'm saying that because there are 34 teams, and if it was a squads match, that would be 24-25. But yes, after completing that objective, we came here because it was out in the open and it had the ocean at its back. It was a safe place to go. We were playing the long game again, and it just turned into a dub. Our final opponent, however, will be a sweat because while we were down to reduced numbers at that point, they certainly made us work for it. Oh, so there was one bit of excitement. A shark. Not really all that important, though. I was concerned I wouldn't be able to provide some critical context with the main bulk of the footage reduced to into a quarter of its former length, but I'm actually trying to find something to say until we sort of get into the action and the speed resumes at normal pace. So the rationale at this point was we want to be as close to the center of the circle as possible. It provides the greatest chance that we'll be in the next circle, but at the same time we want to have some high ground. We don't want to find ourselves stuck low. Now, of course, you can make your own high ground, but as I've illustrated before, a destructible structure is likely to be destroyed. I mean, especially during this season with all those superpowers running around. I have apparently developed a reputation for just Thor's hammering people out of existence. So this seemed like an appropriate place to pop 2 porta-forts, create a field goal of defense. Of course, in typical Storm fashion, it did not favor us, decided to go completely the other side of upstate New York. Just our luck. Now, if you are perhaps wondering why I would publish a video for Chapter 2 Season 5 and then go back at time of recording to do a Chapter 2 Season 4 video, all of these videos required editing. They all required post-commentary. And I have had a reduced capacity to get all of that done. I won't go into details about that. That's not the point. The point is, and it's going to sound like a bit of dark humor, but the point is I'm not dead. The fact that I haven't been posting videos. I have priorities outside of gaming. And yes, I know, some viewers might find it difficult to find a life outside of gaming, but just try. I was trying to put a wall to connect it to the ground there, because we're attached at only one point, and that looks super awkward. That was Z's mistake right there, that fall. 3/4 of his health gone in one really bad move. At least when he went down, he took somebody with him. But as usual, it's the hit you don't see coming that puts you down. He had no idea somebody was creeping up on his flank, and he just got sprayed down. So now it's 2v1, and you might think, especially with like Stark's Unibeam and so forth, that should be a cakewalk. Our opponent saw fit to make sure that that didn't happen. Admittedly, it didn't help that Calamity Creeper decided to sit out most of the coming battle for fear of getting popped in the head and being downed. I mean, honestly, what's the point of not being downed if you're not going to contribute to the battle? Got the win in the end, though. Made it count. Big contribution. And if these Broken Royale videos have indicated anything, it's that fundamentally it's nothing that happens in the first 19 minutes of the match that's important. It's just the last 30 seconds. Now imagine taking that last 30 seconds of a Battle Royale match, where it's down to the best of the best, and just looping it over and over and over again. The most fun part of the game, the most tense part of the game, the most engaging part of the game. You know, in 5-minute snippets, repeatedly. Like, I don't know, any game genre that other than Battle Royale, like Counter-Strike, or Valorant, or Rainbow Six, or, you know, any classic deathmatch. Doom, Half-Life, Halo. I can't do a Broken Royale video without indicating that the whole genre is busted. And there are still people who have tried to convince me that this is as good as gaming gets. My response, are you smoking something that I should know about? I mean, look at this! Where'd this player get all those mats? Building a whole sky fortress in about 30 seconds. While being shot at, mind you. This is my point about build mechanics being broken. You can put together too much too quickly. I mean, that's the thing. Why have reloading then? I have to stop to reload. They don't have to stop in order to reload a build. And sure, they tried compensating for that. They tried correcting it by disabling turbo building, and people exploded in rage. It's like, well, I'm sorry the mechanic that you abused to win was taken away from you. It shouldn't have been that way in the first place. You should have to work for it like everybody else. I mean, honestly, I love seeing these sweaty builders when they're in a game that doesn't let them do that, and they don't know what to do with themselves. I'm getting shot at! I can't put up a wall in front of me and hold it! Oh, poor baby. I mean, I'm sure that somebody's gonna complain about me spamming Tony's Unibeam as being a broken mechanic. And them using the Bramble to recover all the damage I do before I can hit them again isn't broken. Like I said, incorporating radicalized elements like this, the superpowers, the whole thing, does not break the game. It's not imbalanced. They balance themselves out. what it does is change the mechanics, disrupt the meta, which is what you should be trying to do in a game. And yet, no. It's just like, nope, I can't build Rush Shotgun, and therefore you've ruined it for me. You've ruined it for all of us, because clearly, as a sweat, I speak for like, 18 bajillion people. Now, I didn't see them peeking here in the actual battle. I was just trying to, like, assess where they were so I could hit them with the next shot, because I knew that this would be the closing movement. Unfortunately, here's another point where it's balanced. I was a sitting duck while taking this shot, and it killed me. It's coming up. And again, there's Calamity Creeper not really contributing at this part. And at this point, I was like, go aggressive. You are not going to get a chance to revive me. Take them out. And with a spray and a prayer, it happened. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you'll watch other videos that I've done. And at this time of recording, there's another Broken Royale in the works. Stay tuned. And as always, fare thee well.